Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to everyone present today. My name is Cik Iman Nahilah binti Cik Muhammad Syawal Azli from Sekolah Kebangsaan Balai Besar Dungun Terengganu. Today I will be talking about the book, The Comfort Book. The author is Matt Haig and the book was published in the 6th of July 2021. This book is more related to a diary more than a storybook if I put it in my own words. The book is more mainly focused on the positive side and the brighter side of this world, a way to comfort us in any situation that we are in, and whether we're in agony, full of anxiety, depressed, upset, any of those negative emotions. And under any circumstances, we can read this book to feel comforted, to be heard, to be listened to. This book is mainly focused on the lessons. This book is mainly focused on the experience of the author's mental health journey, how he experienced throughout the whole time he had mental illnesses, whether he was upset, whether he was depressed, whether he was full of anxiety, and any of those negative emotions. This book also includes personal anecdotes and quotes and wisdom that bring us hope and reminds us of the beauty and hope in life. In this book, there's no plot of it. There's only like a few pages of how Matt Haig felt during his time when he had mental illness. This book has no plot, but it has a lot of positive messages throughout the whole entire book. The book is more focused on how Matt Haig tries to comfort himself in any types of way, which he mentioned in the book. He usually tries to comfort himself whenever he is either depressed or any of those negative emotions, as I said before. He would usually write something down to comfort himself or calm himself down, to write everything of his feelings down, to write how he feels, to write about his day, to write about how he hates this, hates that, or loves this or loves that. Since this book has no plot, we can start whenever we want. We can start at the beginning and end at the end. We can start at the end and end at the beginning. We could maybe put this book on beside our bed, or maybe we could put it next to the toilet. Maybe we can throw it out the window. There's no rules for this book. It's only a book to comfort us, to make us feel heard, to make us feel listened to whenever we have no one to reach out for. When we have no one to reach out for, usually we would know how we would solve this by ourselves, right? We would be confused, we would be scared, we would be anxious. But in this book, there isn't any solution, but it makes you remind yourself that even though there's evil in this world, there is always a sign of hope and beautiful things in this world that we can always look at. As mentioned in the book, Shakespeare's prince, he views the world and Denmark evil. Denmark, to him, Shakespeare's prince, is a psychological and physical prison. But that's what he thinks. It's what he sees, though. It's his perspective. He knows this includes the thought of perspective. Denmark and the whole world isn't actually evil. It's just how he sees them. It's how his perspective sees them. See, just because someone sees them as evil, bad, good, beautiful, kind, doesn't mean they're actually evil, bad, good, kind, or any of those adjectives. There could some be people who have two-faced personalities, some faking themselves, some making up stories to get more attention, or maybe some faking their death, faking their parents' death, just to get more attention and love from other people. This type of behavior isn't mostly mentioned. This type of behavior isn't recommended to most people since since that this type of behavior brings the evil in our community. The how evil, how bad people come from in our human community. In overall, my opinions on this book is that this self-help book is very recommended. I highly recommend this book to anyone that is either going through a difficult time, either feeling less confident about themselves, maybe they've been bullied or anything like that. They can read this book to feel more comforted, to feel more happy about themselves, to be glad they're even alive. And so that's all for what I have to say for today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.